Hello everyone. Yesterday, August 8th, we entered the last quarter moon in Taurus. And when you look at the animal, the Taurus or the bull, it shows a certain energy of stability. The four legs of the Taurus or the bull shows stability, and somehow also the the muscles and the strength of the bull again shows stability and ability to get things done. The bull has enough power within itself to get things done. And when you look at it at the last quarter moon, the last quarter is near the end of the cycle of the moon. And somehow that stability, that strength, that long lasting capacity, that stamina of the bull can help us get things done even at the end of the cycle of the moon. So somehow it's like a second breath coming from the bull that we are able to continue to get things done. Now, if we will try to look at the card of the Moonology manifestation just before us right now here, it says, be proud of yourself. So I feel that somehow it's very much in resonance with the recent tarot readings that we have. Many of our tarot readings, the Good Morning Tarot and also our Sunset Tarot, speaks of spending time to care for ourselves, spending time to love ourselves, to nurture ourselves. And right now it says here, be proud of yourself. So we need to recognize our potentials. We need to recognize the good gifts that the divine has given to us and use them, harness them to continue with energy up to the end of the cycle of the moon. So right now we are about to finish the cycle. We need all the energy that we can get to successfully finish this cycle of the moon. Now let us try to read from the book that accompanies this card so that we'll be able to gain more insights regarding being proud of ourselves. Do you really believe in you? No one is perfect, but you need to believe in yourself and what you have to offer. Be proud of yourself. You came to this earth with a purpose to fulfill. Drawing this card suggests that there are a lot of unresolved self-worth questions that need to be answered before you can start to create the life you know is waiting for you. Being real is the key here. Do not pretend for appearance's sake. You are more than allowed and encouraged to be your real self. So believe in yourself and use all your energy right now that you are able to receive from the universe to get things done. Now let's go to the tarot reading for the talking to the moon, and let's try to see what we can expect as we enter the last quarter moon in Taurus. We will start our tarot reading with the Moon Magic Oracle cards. So let's try to see what Oracle cards will present itself to us today. Okay. So we have here the Nightmare. Okay, nightmare, scary. Not scary. Let's try to see what is the meaning of nightmare from the handbook. Nightmare. The keywords are fear, courage, overcoming. Okay, so the creature of our darkest dreams, the nightmare, brings chilling visions to our sleep, leaving us anything but rested. Sleepwalking, night terrors, sleep paralysis, waking in a cold sweat. These are the tools she uses to get our attention. The nightmare knows that the best way to overcome a fear is to face it, and the best place to face it down is in dreams, as we sleep safely in our beds. When this card comes up, it is suggesting that you take steps to face up to the things that frighten you, whether that is a phobia such as arachnophobia or an existential fear such as loneliness or death. Explore where your fear comes from. Try to understand it and its origin within your psyche. Ride the nightmare until you have tamed her wild spirit and rendered her powerless over you by facing down your fears one at a time. While it is impossible to live without any fear at all, it is possible to live fearlessly and to face down those terrors as and when they present themselves. Use dream spells for a better night's sleep. Next time the nightmare visits you, jump on her back and see where she takes you. Regard your dreams as teaching tools and do not be afraid of the dark. So, usually when we encounter fearful things in our dreams that gives us an impulse to run away, this can also symbolize our shadow part. Those parts in ourselves that we have pushed to our subconscious mind because of social pressure, because such part of our personality usually is not accepted in the social norm. So, because it is not accepted in the social norm, we feel ashamed to show it to the world, and so we have the tendency to push them into our subconscious mind. Now, sooner or later, this dark side of ourselves would try to present themselves to us to be recognized. And oftentimes, they present as scary entities in our dreams. And our impulse usually when they come near us is to run away from them. Now, if lately you have been having scary dreams, sometimes the challenge for us is instead of running, is to face our dream. It takes practice to do so. But if we have run away in our dream, when we wake up, we remind ourselves that it was a dark part of ourselves. So we can always honestly, in the conscious realm, when we wake up, we can always say, okay, I accept you as part of me. I know I cannot change you, but I can learn lessons from you and will allow me to move forward. So if you have a bad dream, accept it as part of your life. Maybe whatever you saw in your dream, when we are usually the best interpreter, you try to understand, what is this scary part of my dream? How is it related to my past experiences or life experiences? Oftentimes, you will sooner or later, after a certain patience, you will understand where it might be related. And when you realize where it is, just accept it as part of your life history. Do not deny it. It's part of our life history. It enriches us and it teaches us lessons. So we accept them. Okay, you are part of me, and I'll try to keep with me the lessons I have learned from you, and together we can move forward. So for some of you, maybe the reason why it came here right now in our Talking to the Moon series is that maybe some of you are having some scary dreams at night, and maybe that's part of you who is asking for attention or asking for acceptance as part of you. Now let's try to do some tarot reading so that we can somehow anticipate what to expect for the next few days of the last quarter moon in Taurus. Okay, when you look at it, the horse, is also four-legged, just like the Taurus or the bull. So when you look at it again, there's somehow an indirect sign of stability. Part of the journey towards stability is the acceptance of our dark side, the acceptance of those shadow parts of our life's history. Now, let's try to see what we can expect in the next few days. Well, you see here, we have here the Ten of Cups. There will be fulfillment. Fulfillment in your relationship, fulfillment in your family in the near future. So, yes, again, there is stability. So, somehow this underlies stability with regards to relationship in the near future, and it will bring happiness to you and your family. Now, how will this further unfold? Well, you will be there will be a need for you to maybe have good boundaries to protect these moments that you spend with your family. So you should have good boundaries to say no sometimes, so that you will not sacrifice your me time or your time with your loved ones. So in a certain sense, you see here in the nine of wands, the person is guarded. He is guarding himself. He is protecting himself. So in a certain sense, maybe the invitation for us is to protect everything that we treasure, and to protect the time we spend with those people whom we care for, and also to protect also our personal time. Now, what is the advice of the universe with regards to this one? Well, we have here the Knight of Wands. Move forward towards the future and be on fire. Do not be afraid to be who you are. So right now you have that energy of stability, that energy of moving forward. You also have good boundaries, a little bit guided. Now, sometimes there is some anxiety of the uncertainty of what we might encounter along the way. But the invitation is to have the courage of the Knight of Wands, somebody who's not afraid to be different, somebody who's not afraid to reach out for what he wants, and to be on fire, to be confident. So in a certain sense, we need to counterbalance the fear with confidence. But at the same time, we need also to have good boundaries in order to protect those quality moments with our family, with our loved ones, and also quality time with ourselves. So this is what we have for our Talking to the Moon series for August 8th. It started yesterday, so our reading is already on the second day, but the cycle continues until we reach the new moon. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope that this has helped you in your present life situation. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.